I got this YUGO pneumatic staple gun sent to me to make a video about. Feels really good in my hand. It feels like it's a really good quality all metal product, and it's got a nice grip on here, and then it's got the connector to connect to your air compressor. It's got a nice trigger on it. You can see the tip on here, and then it's got a lever here to release it, and the staples go in here. So you can see you put your staples in that way, and then you just push this up and you push the release button there, and then that locks it in place. It also comes with oil. You get a little oil container to oil it. You just pull this up and then you flip it over. And then you got your oil. Just gonna cut the tip off. Then you can put a little drop of oil in here. And then once you put your oil in, you should be all ready to go. You just need to connect it to your air compressor. Comes in a nice case. It has a nice hard-sided case with a handle on it. It has the logo on here, the YUGO logo, and then it says Good Tool Maker. So that's a really good motto. And then it has some plastic clips here to hold it in place. And then inside you get more staples. And then you also get an Allen key to make adjustments. And then you get an instruction manual with all the different parts in case you need to replace any parts. And it's got a list of the type of staples you use. There's the type of staples. Here's a close-up of the staple sizes. And there's a blow-up of all the different parts. And the part list, what each part is. Here's the staples that come with it. You can see what they look like, how big they are. I'm just going to take the air compressor that I have, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. Got it locked into place, and then I'll get out a piece of wood and we'll test it out. I'm just going to put some eye protection on, and then I'm going to go ahead and test it out. It's got a nice trigger, so I'll go ahead and see how it feels. Just went right in there. You can see how good it does. Feels really nice. Staples go in all the way. I got these insulated sound panels that are stapled to this foam, and this one's a little loose. So I'm going to go ahead and test it out on here. Got it stapled. It looks like it stapled it really well. Now it's nice and secure. So you can use it for stapling fabric to wood. You can see how deep those staples went. So you can see those staples went right in there. The wood was already dented from a hammer. The stapler didn't put any dents in there. I'll show you on another section. Right here, we'll test it out. So you can see there's no dents. It's nice and smooth where it stapled it in. You can see how tight it staples. It really pushed that sound panel into the wood panel. Looks really nice. I don't see any. It came really close to the edge too, but it didn't split, so that's good. That's the nice thing about staples, is they're a little more forgiving sometimes than the nails. I have this furniture dolly, and it's got the fabric stapled to it. So I'm going to go ahead and put a couple more staples in here to test it out. So you can see how nice the staple goes into the fabric. Same thing up here. It holds it down really tight. Gives it a nice, good, snug fit, so it's great for fabric. So yeah, the stapler did a great job. I tested it out on this fabric on my furniture dolly. I tested it out on this insulated sound panel. And then I put some staples in the wood to see how it looks. So yeah, if you're looking for a pneumatic stapler, this is a pretty nice one. I had a big project that I did where I stapled a bunch of screen to my back patio. and I did it all by hand. And I sure wish I had this thing when I was doing it, but now that I got one, next time I go to repair the screen or replace it, I'll have this pneumatic stapler. It'll make the job go a lot easier. So if you have a big job where you need to do a lot of stapling, or you need to get in there and staple really good, and you want a really nice tight fit, this thing has a lot of pressure since it's a pneumatic stapler and you got it hooked up to an air compressor. This thing really does a great job. Here's a close-up of the grip. You can see how it's got a nice textured grip on it. It's got a little bit of weight to it, so it feels really good in my hand. You can see the trigger. It's got a nice trigger on there. It's got a nice yellow paint and then a nice logo. The logo looks like it's all shiny, like a nice chrome. And then it's got the nice black on here. It looks like there's the screws for the Allen key if you need to get in there to do any maintenance. All right, there you go. There's a YUGO pneumatic stapler. Yeah, this thing's pretty nice.